What's up, brother? I'm good. How you feeling?
Good, man. Good. Obviously, Gabriel Bonfim, opponent this weekend. What are your thoughts on him?
Good fighter. Got a good streak going right now. Young, hungry guy that's looking to take my spot. He just picked the wrong guy to do it with.
What's the mentality like when you fight a guy, like you said, that's looking to come and grab your spot from you?
Any fight, right? Any fight's your biggest fight. Like, people always ask, oh, what does this fight mean to you? It's the Super Bowl. It's the NBA Finals. Your next fight's your biggest fight, no matter who it is, what it's for. So Saturday night, that's my moment. Like, it doesn't matter who he is, where he's from, what he's trying to take. It's not going to be for me.
Yeah, and it's been a bit since we've seen you inside the cage. So how has the first half of 2026 been like for you?
It's been great. I had my first kid, my daughter, so that's been amazing. Teammates, helping them, being in the gym, working out, just doing what I love. I'm blessed.
Is there a shift in mindset or mentality when having a kid?
Yeah, right? I mean, it just makes, like, it gives your life purpose, right? For me, fighting was everything. It was eat, sleep, breathe, fighting, and that was like my happy place to be at the gym. Now my happy place to be at home with her, seeing her, even when I go home tired, broken. I just know what I'm fighting for now. It gives me different meaning now. It's not to prove people wrong. It's to make sure that she has a life that I never had.
Do you think we'll see that dad strength on display come Saturday?
Oh, 100%. We've been doing extra push-ups.
Yeah. And stylistically, how do you think it plays out with Bonfim? Right, he's a threat in different areas of the game, but how do you think it'll play out?
I think I've fought many guys like him. Right, he's got good jiu-jitsu. He got explosiveness. He has like a readable style. With me, I'm an awkward style. I'm a different type of style, and I'm a different type of fighter that he's ever fought. I think that Saturday he gets broken.
Yeah, and he said it's the right time to fight you, given your age and how your recent fights went. But he also acknowledged that this will be his biggest challenge yet in his career. So what are your thoughts on how he sees the fight, and how do you see him, and how do you rank him amongst your opponents?
For myself, I feel the best I've ever felt. I feel the strongest I've ever felt. Shout out to Kyle Bracey. We've been working on new strength programming. But age doesn't matter. Like, I started this sport late. I've been in this sport late. I don't have the damage that a lot of these guys have. So when people talk about age, that doesn't mean anything to me. For me, Saturday night, I'm going to show him the experience, the guys, the road that I've been through, the long road, the toughest roads, right? And I'm still taking on the toughest guys. So all that adds up, and then Saturday night, I get my hand raised.
What statement do you think you need to set out against Gabriel Bonfim during this point of your career?
Just showing the world that I'm still the best guy, right? To show them, to remind people who I am, remind myself who I am. I think I'm the best person, best fighter in the world, but I just got to go out there and get my hand raised and prove it, and showing them that I'm so well-rounded that everybody's going to be asking who's next for him.
Were there any things you learned or picked up from yourself from your previous outings?
I mean, you learn a lot from every loss. Even from wins, we take wins and we don't sit back. So the team that I have around me, the coach that I have around me, we made the adjustments. We made the fixes. Also, shout out to Miguel Baez. Came from Florida to help me this whole training camp. The perfect body, the perfect mindset, the perfect guy for this fight. So I learned a lot from him. And, yeah, I can't wait to just go out there and show it Saturday.
Good luck this weekend.
But you said you can take stuff away from every fight, right? And I'm sure you look back at like the Jack fight and take things from that. But with the Ian fight, because there was such a bad eye poke, do you look at that and still learn lessons, or do you kind of have to disregard it because you were so impaired?
Yeah, it's one of those, right? Like, you don't want to be a guy that's looking for excuses or this or that, right? So that's the fight game. There's going to be guys that poke you in the eye. There's going to be refs that don't call this or call that foul. They don't see this foul or that foul. You can sit there and complain about it and look for, oh, this happened because of this happened because of that. But at the end of the day, I'm a man of God, right? God put me in this position for a reason. God makes stuff happen for a reason, and it's just accepting it and moving on. But the Ian fight, if it happens again, if we fight again, it's going to be a different result. And for myself, it's just scratching that out, erasing that from memory, and only looking to the present. That's this Saturday.
I understand that, and I know you don't want to make excuses, but in terms of when you have a fight like that, it's obviously something that shouldn't happen. I don't know it does happen, but do you almost have to think like, well, my skill set didn't even get to come into play? You know, the fight was almost a scratch because of how bad it was.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the fight didn't even come into play, and I didn't fight the way I wanted to fight because I had vertigo. I had vertigo the day before after weigh-ins. and vertigo is like your head's just shaking the whole time. So we were literally close to like not even fighting. And that's what I take more of than anything. Yeah.
How do you think Ian does against Islam if they do match up?
I mean, Ian's very smart. He understands strategy. He understands how to move and distance. And I think it'll be a lot of running, but it's just for Islam to like catch him and try to grab hold of him.
Do you feel like Ian's style sort of makes him a little bit underrated, right? Because he's kind of good at everything, but maybe not amazing at one in particular thing that stands out to some fans. Do you feel like he's almost underrated because he's kind of just does enough to win every time?
Yeah, he gives you that, like, there's nothing to fear, right? And then it's like, oh, man, it's been 3 rounds already, and he's gotten away so many times. I think, obviously, his biggest weakness is cardio. So for himself, is trying to fix that, and you got to go 5 rounds. You got to figure out a way to go 5 rounds, especially with your style, where you're not like a finisher like that. You have to be able to push that same pace, push that same running for 5 rounds. So for him, it's just figuring that out. And I think fighters now are starting to see his weaknesses. But like I said, he makes adjustments. He's the guy he's always trying to get better too. So let's see what he does.
Belal, can you talk about how your match with Ben Askren came about?
RAF hit me up. I wrestle for RAF. I love what they're doing, man. I've been messaging them, like, yo, give me one of these wrestling matches. It's been cool. And then they called me with Ben Askren, and I was like, obviously the first thing is, yo, is he healthy? How's he feeling? Is he going to be able to compete? Because obviously his story is a miracle. The way he's come back from that, it's a miracle. Just to be able to work out again is a miracle. And then they said, yeah, he's wrestling. He said he's been going hard. He's feeling good. And going to his hometown in Milwaukee, he wants to be on the card. So, yeah, I mean, for me, it was an honor. I was like, to be a part of that story, to be a part of that comeback, yeah, I couldn't say no. I was like, for sure. Obviously, I trained with him at Rufus Sport for a little bit, but just to see the comeback and to see where he is now, it's amazing.
And obviously, you're going to be his last wrestling match, which is a big honor. But like, is it also like a lose-lose for you? Like, if you lose, you lose the guy who had double lung transplant, and then if you beat him, you beat a guy who shouldn't be wrestling, quote unquote.
Yeah, no, 100%, right? It's definitely a lose-lose for me. I'm definitely not going to get any cheers over there. But for me, like you said, just to be a part of that story, right? Like, I want to feel it, right? I want to be like, man, how could this guy come back, right? I want to go out there and be that last, notch in his story, and to show, he's going to show the world what's possible. The doctors, I'm sure, are telling him, don't do this, you're crazy. I'm sure that his friends and family are telling him, you're crazy. But fighters are built different. We have different mindsets. He has a different mindset. I think now the respect that he got from fighters is another level, right? Like even when he was in the UFC, people forgot how good he was in Bellator and how much of a dominant champion he was, and just coming into UFC in his later career. But to win he's winning at life. So for me, just to be a part of it, who cares, brother? Boo me.
What did you think of Carlos Prates and JDM?
I mean, I called it. I knew stylistically Prates was a nightmare matchup for him. And for JDM, he was going to have to make adjustments with his style, but he couldn't make the adjustments. Prates is good and showing how good he is. So for him, it's continue doing what you're doing. But if we ever fight, he's going to have to stop smoking cigarettes.
And then last for me, excluding yourself, of these new welterweight contenders, which one do you think has the best chance of beating Islam? Michael Morales, Prates, Ian Gary, Sean
I think
Brady?
they all bring different things, right? They all bring different ways of winning fights. Obviously, Morales is huge. He has power. He has grappling and wrestling. Prates just looks like he has that death touch, right? He has that striking. The last fight, he looked so comfortable in there, like a Anderson Silva-esque type fight. Obviously, Brady dominated his last fight. So I think all these guys bring something. Ian, he has the track shoes to run around the world. So I think they all just bring a different style, and it's going to be for Islam to make his adjustments and his game plan and style to fight these guys.
Thank you.
Belal, you have spent obviously years fighting, some of the most elite in the division. So when you watch Bonfim, where do you see the biggest difference is going to be between a contender and somebody as yourself who's already seen championship level fights?
Yeah, I think the difference is the styles you fought, the wars you've been through. Like, I've been through battles, I've been through wars, and we didn't break. The biggest war he's been in, he broke. He fought Dalby, stuff wasn't going his way, and then he became the nail. So Saturday, he's going to be the nail from the start.
And speaking of breaking opponents, you have broken a lot. Your pace has broken a lot of opponents over the years. So do you expect Bonfim to still be the same fighter in the later rounds, like 4 and 5, if it gets to that?
Definitely not. There's the best guys in the world, and they fight me. They're never the same. They don't feel it, and they look for God to help them. The Saturday night, he's going to be looking at his corner, looking at his brothers, and asking them to jump in.
I love it. My last question: after your most recent performance, was there any major adjustments that you wanted to make heading into this fight on Saturday night?
No, I mean, in general, you don't want to sit there and look for, I got to fix this. The team that I have, the guys that I have, the coaches that I have, we're on the right track, right? It's staying the course and just continuing to grow as a complete martial artist.
Yes. Well, thank you, champ. Good skill on Saturday.
Thank you.
Hey, Belal, congratulations on the birth of your daughter. That's news,
you,
right? How's the sleep been during this camp?
It's been great. Yeah, the last one was when she was like younger. Now that 9 months, she's been pretty good. We had to stick to the sleep schedule, right? It was like, no matter what happened, my mom, who does sleep schedule? I never put you guys on a sleep schedule. And I'm like, yeah, that's why I'm a fighter, right? I'm a moron. But my daughter, she's on the right track.
A couple days ago, I think maybe even yesterday. No, I think it was a few days ago. You posted something about a one-of-one Jalen Brunson card that you said that you were looking to trade for NBA Finals. Now, Belal, I know that sometimes you do troll a little bit. Is this real? Do you have this card?
I do have this card.
You are looking to trade this for
Yeah,
NBA
I'm looking
Finals.
to trade this card. So if anybody wants it, any Knicks fans out there, hit me up before they win the championship because the price goes up.
Where did this card come from? How did you acquire it?
Whatnot. It was an auction. The way they crack cards, we got the Knicks team as our auction number, and then the Brunson card came out. I was like, no way. It's crazy. My brothers are getting me into more card ripping. So it's it's the next stock market, right? The NFT market sucked. I never did that, but with cards, it's easier. It's tangible.
Did you guys do this on camera? Was it a promotional thing? Is there you?
No. We just you buy an auction off of Whatnot. People auction. You pick your team. You put your thing in a hat. So if the person from that team comes up or a card from that team comes up, it comes to you.
Okay.
You get it. So you buy the team for $40. So any card that he pulls from the Knicks, you get that card.
Okay.
And then the Brunson card pulled out.
I gotta be honest. I don't know much about sports cards, but I've been talking to some people, and that card is worth a lot of money. I mean, you could.
Oh yeah.
You're very hopeful. You're crossing your fingers.
I was close to pulling out of this fight and just selling the card and being good.
You haven't had any offers yet?
I got DMs, but it's one of those where you're like, all right, I'll look through the DMs after the fight because then you're gonna get a lot of people that just want to talk to you.
Mm-hmm. And I guess because and Jeff was just saying your NBA Finals prediction, and then maybe we'll see you on Game 3. I imagine that's the one you want to go to. Game 3, Game 4.
Yeah, 100%. That'd be amazing for me. I like Brunson. Brunson's a beast, man. But man, Wemby is just unstoppable right now, and they had a lot of time off, so I think I may have to pick Wemby in this one.
All right, well, keep us posted on if you show up in the next game.
For sure. If you see me courtside next to Spike Lee, I sold the card.
Appreciate it.
You got hops? Can you play basketball? Are you good? In what position?
I'm a beast. I would have been in the NBA if they weren't a racist. But yeah, I'm a point guard, man. I throw that ball. I got a shot. I was the original Splash Brother before Steph Curry.
If you had to put a lineup together of UFC fighters, who'd be on your roster? If you had to pick a team.
Obviously me. Jamal Hill's a monster. I play with him. Phil Rowe's good, but he just talks too much. So I think he'll be a poison to the team. But I got to put Brendan Allen on there. We need somebody to do the fouling, right? If we go against a guy like Wemby, we need somebody that's an enforcer to get fouled out.
Yep.
Definitely not DC. DC sucks. So he's terrible. So he wouldn't be near this basketball court on our team.
Looking back, we're almost 10 years from your UFC debut. If you think back to that time, did you ever think that you would still be fighting the UFC 10 years later?
Yeah, I mean, we were literally just sitting in our suite in the Bellagio. Shout out to Mej. Me and my coach, and we were sitting in the hot tub, and we're like, man, just think back to the days that we had 8 people in one hotel room when we first got into the UFC in Australia. And now look at us. We're sitting in a pool inside of our hotel, right? It makes you enjoy the journey and realize like how far we've come, and just being thankful to God, right? I wouldn't be here without God. And yeah, man, I'm blessed. And I think we're going to have many more memories, many more years to come.
And last one for me, I know you fought in some huge locations, but you also fought here in the Apex back when the world was still opening back up, you know, right after COVID when they were starting to open up. Does this place still have sort of like a nostalgic feel for you? You're coming back to the Apex. Does this sort of mean something to you going back to that time and, you know, when the world was starting to open back up and you were able to kind of fight for fans?
Oh, yeah. I love fighting in the Apex, right? When I fought in Montreal, I was getting booed by everybody. When I fought in Qatar, I was getting cheered by everybody. Now I get a little bit peace and quiet, right? I just get to hear my coaches. And it just puts you in a different mode, different mood. It just feels like I said, fighting in Vegas is the best. Like, you don't have to travel far. You don't have to get acclimated to anything. You got the PI here right down the street. So it just makes everything easier. So fighting in the Apex, people are like, oh, you're fighting in the Apex. I'm like, bro, I'll fight in the Apex every week.
Good luck on Saturday.
Thank you, brother.
Belal.
Oh, what's up, bro?
You've mentioned since losing the title against JDM that you still maintain championship aspirations, and I just wanted to ask again, is that still the aim? And you had mentioned that, you know, even though you are 37, you haven't absorbed a lot of damage over the years, you started late. Is now the time at 37 years old?
I mean, gold is always the goal for me. If you're not in here to be the best fighter in the world, what are we doing this for? I don't fight just to fight. I don't fight just as a hobby. I fight for my family. I fight to prove myself. And, yeah, to prove you're the best in the world, you need the belt.
And one of the reasons why I asked that is because you've also mentioned previously, now Islam is the title holder in the division. And is he a fighter that you would fight, or is it still a dynamic in which you would not want to fight him for the belt? Or can you explain that? How does that kind of shake out with a potential victory this weekend?
I mean, you can't even talk about the belt unless you win. So Saturday night, I got to get my hand raised.